Sustainable New Zealand also has a policy around live export. It's been there again since before the capsize of Gulf Livestock 1. Is this a priority for you as well leading up to this election?
Absolutely. It's a very high priority for Sustainable New Zealand, the party, and has been for me personally for many years. I trained as a lawyer and wrote a lot of legal academic work and gave talks around the country about the state of our animal welfare law, which looks great on first reading. We've got the 5 freedoms, we've got the recognition of animal sentience, all this great stuff on the surface. But when you look a little bit deeper, the picture is not so pretty. You see, fundamentally, we humans make these very strange distinctions around the way we treat animals. We've got our cats and our dogs and the things we like to hug and have in our homes. And then we've got the other animals, the farmed animals, who are treated with the most abysmal cruelty. And to us, it's Sustainable New Zealand. And to me personally, that distinction doesn't make any sense. So if there were a common denominator that goes through our animal policy, which I'd urge you to go and have a look at on our website, sustainablenz.org.nz, if there's a golden thread that runs through all of it, it's that all animals should be treated equally because they all feel fear, happiness, pain, distress, and they all have the fundamental right. And it's on us to guarantee that for them to be free from fear, pain, and distress. Because industrialized cruelty is mostly invisible. It's very rare that we actually see what goes on behind the scenes. And it takes sometimes a tragedy like the one we've seen. And of course, there's been this terrible loss of human life, but just the sheer scale of the animal lives lost. And when we just imagine, we think, what if it were my dog or my cat or an animal that I cared about that was in those horrendous conditions on high seas in fear of their life, drowning in a container that they couldn't escape from. It's one of the worst fates imaginable. And to know that an animal that's at least as intelligent as a dog, that can feel that fear and that pain and that horror of knowing that it and everyone with it is going to die, is a thing that when we see it, we say no more, we will not tolerate this. So yes, we are, and I am personally, and Sustainable New Zealand is absolutely and implacably opposed to live export. It would be an absolute bottom line. Should we be fortunate enough to be sitting around the coalition table in negotiations, it would be an absolute bottom line that live export needs to end immediately. There doesn't need to be a gentle transition out of this one. This is something that could just end right away, and it should. We New Zealanders have led the world before, and I think this is our chance to do it again.